Hey there, it's Doug Smith. I'm broker owner of DHS Realty, and I've committed myself to doing a Facebook Live every day starting today for the whole month on a term or an issue in a contract that I got via a agent in my company. So number one, I'm at a park. My dog's running back there. So let's talk about the appraisal waiver. For even those that don't have zip forms with my company, but you have zip forms, if you log into texasrealestate.com or if you log into zip forms and at the top you hit templates instead of new, you hit templates, and then you should see 4 templates or 3, a buyer, seller, and a lease. Go to the buyer template, and when you open it, you're going to see all the forms that at DHS Realty we pre-filled. In the right corner, you'll see that there's a tab called Forms, and you click on it, and then there's another one that says Form Libraries, and you click on that tab, and you pick All, A-L-L. Once you pick All, what you'll see is that there's a little search tab, and you just type in APPR for appraisal, APPR, and you'll see buyer's right to terminate due to lender required appraisal. Hover over it with your cursor turns to a hand, double click it, and that'll move it into your forms. So now you have it at the bottom of your forms. If you're in our company, you already have it because I've already put it in your templates. So now when you go to open it, leave it alone, but you'll always have it there. So then exit out and you'll go to transactions at the top. And then when you hit new, in transactions, you'll hit new, but you've got to have the transaction tab highlighted. In transactions, you hit new, and you're going to have 5 boxes that come up, and you're worried about really the second box, which is buyer, purchaser. Click on it, name the file training, select the dot next to residential, scroll down, you'll see select a template, you'll see buyer, and you'll hit save. The next screen, you'll be looking at a white summary square. Go 2 tabs over to documents, and you'll see that at the bottom, now in your transaction of documents, you have the appraisal waiver. Let's cover it for a second. In this market, there's really only 2 paragraphs that you'll be looking at. And if you want a home, it's going to be paragraph 1. Paragraph 1 means that whatever you make as an offer, let's just say for easy sake, it's $100,000 as a sales price. So you make a $100,000 offer and you mark paragraph 1 of the appraisal waiver. You need to look at the buyer and say, hey, what this means, Mr. or Miss Buyer, is that if the home appraised for $1, you're going to bring $99,999 to closing and an added down payment. And that is what the appraisal waiver is. If you are making an offer for $200,000, at $200,000, if you mark paragraph 1, you need to look at the buyer and say, this means that if the home appraised for $1, you'd have to come up with $199,999. But the seller will still get whatever is in 3C, Charlie, of the contract. The second box is where you can protect your buyer, and you put an amount in the $ in paragraph 2 that if the home appraised for less than whatever's in paragraph 2, your buyer would walk away and get their earnest money back if they so chose to. And again, paragraph 2 is going to be where that's not the strongest offer in this market when there's no homes on the market. But again, if the home appraises for anything over 3C in the contract, that's just money. That's golden. Don't worry about that. It's only if the home, and if you mark paragraph 2, so let's do a hypothetical, you have a $100,000 executed sales price, you mark paragraph 2 of the appraisal waiver and you put $90,000. That means the buyer, if the home appraised for $90,000, has to bring $10,000 to closing to still equal the $100,000. If it appraised for $95,000, they need to bring $5,000. If it appraised for $99,000, they need to bring $1,000. But if it appraised for $89,999.99, if that $90,000 was in paragraph 2, the buyer could walk away and get their earnest money back. Okay? Those are the only 2 paragraphs I'm going to cover because right now the 3rd paragraph is usually not going to get you a home. And just remember that you do need to make sure that the lender, if there's financing, can verify that the buyer has the funds if you mark paragraph 1 and or if you mark paragraph 2. Y'all have a great day and go get some.